We're exploring fish names that start with the letter U. It's surprisingly trickier than you might think. Finding common fish names beginning with U is a challenge, as many fish names come from Latin or other languages with different naming conventions. However, let's see what we can dig up. 1. One of the most readily available options is the umbrella bird catfish. This unusual name likely stems from the fish's unique appearance, perhaps featuring some fin or body shape reminiscent of an umbrella. They're a freshwater species, so be sure to check the specific care requirements if you're considering keeping one. 2. Next up, we have several variations that use the letter U as part of a longer name, rather than leading the name. These are less straightforward, and it depends heavily on the commonality of the name in your specific region or among fish keepers. For instance, there's the waru. It's a type of cichlid, known for its beautiful coloration and complex social behaviors. The name itself, while originating from a specific language, doesn't necessarily directly translate to explain its appearance or habitat. 3. Another possibility, though geographically limited and potentially less common, might be variations found within regional dialects or local names for specific species. It's entirely possible a small localized fish species has a name beginning with U that isn't widely recognized. 4. It's worth considering that many fish names are scientific names that are much harder to pronounce or remember compared to the common names. Therefore, while a scientific name might technically begin with U, its common name may not. For example, you might find a fish scientifically classified with a genus or species name beginning with U, but with a far more familiar non-U common name. 5. We could also stretch the boundaries a bit. Perhaps we could consider names that sound like they start with a U, even if they don't technically, due to pronunciation variations. This opens the door to potentially a wider variety of possibilities, but it's a much more subjective approach. 6. Finally, let's remember that the world of ichthyology is constantly evolving, and new fish species are still being discovered. It's entirely possible that a newly discovered species will have a name beginning with U, making our list instantly obsolete. Therefore, the most accurate and comprehensive answer is that there is a small pool of readily available fish names starting with U. The most prominent is the umbrella bird catfish. However, many others use the letter U as part of their name, or their names start with U in scientific classifications.